Otherwise, they just end up wasting their lives and they regret everything when their eggs dry up.
What a great way to start the day!
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're diving back into r/NeckbeardStories. No, wait, r/Tales of Neckbeards. No, wait, actually it's from my personal subreddit, r/ReddX Reads, but you probably know that if you've been sticking around the channel for a while. We're jumping back into that GuitarBeard saga. Yes, I know I put a bass guitar on the thumbnail. Honestly, I wasn't even looking at the guitar. I was just looking for a goofy looking dude. But there's some people in the comments that were really upset that I used a bass on the thumbnail. So apologies to those people. And I guess we'll just have to pick a bit more carefully in the future. I was going to use like a Santana or John Mayer guitar face, which is actually a pretty common search result if you Google guitar face, weird guitar face. There are so many things to choose from, so I just picked the weirdest one. I don't know what to tell you. I am excited to jump back into the saga. This is part number 2. If you missed part number 1, that link is down in the description. But without any further delay, we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this GuitarBeard neckbeard cringe. GuitarBeard, Episode 2, Incel Rage and a Land Devoid of Magic. Oh my god, no wonder the incels are raging if we got rid of magic. Magic the Gathering was the only thing holding them together. I had a little more free time than I thought today, so I thought I would give you all another installment of GuitarBeard. Oh, bless you, user Ethan Ralph is fat. Still love that username. We will now be diving into the Magic the Gathering arc. Ooh, this thing has story arcs and everything. God damn, my favorite anime is GuitarBeard. Our cast: OP, that's me, edgy pseudo-goth kid, who's also pretty androgynous looking with long hair. This is relevant. I like smoking weed and eating psychedelics and occasionally playing Magic the Gathering. GuitarBeard is the primary beard of our story. Skinny as a beanpole, always had a thin film of grease coating his body, smelled of stale grease, dirty socks, and baby gravy. Had stubble growing all the way down to his clavicle somehow, and while he did not wear a fedora, he always wore one of those newspaper boy caps. You know, like the ones you see in the old movies? I don't know what they're called, caddy hats? I think I've seen caddies wearing them too. Yeah, it's like a golf hat or something like that. Douchebags definitely do wear them. As far as the stubble growing down to dude's chin, I think there's just a lot of neck behind that beard. It's all stubble growing on his double chin. Stubble double. I don't know, man. CB is Cardbeard, and this is GuitarBeard's second closest friend, and a person who had a very high opinion of themselves, as most beards are wont to do. Not as cringy as GuitarBeard, because that would be a feat, but he did try to make it as an electronic music artist and would pass out his shitty tape of garbage dubstep. If you didn't like it, well, you just didn't understand good music. He is bald as the day he was born and basically always looked like he was half asleep. MP is Magic Pro. This was a younger guy, around 19, who would actually later go on to be a real, actual Magic Pro. Not a beard, but definitely a fucking cocky piece of shit. His parents had more money than God, and he always had the best cards. Yeah, I guess having more money than God helps. We've been putting up with pay-to-play games, pay-to-win games since, God, the beginning of time, I guess. It's only when it swapped into a digital format that people really started having a problem with it. But yeah, people dropped some major money on Magic the Gathering, indeed. Grifter, shop owner, literal ham planet with a passion for games and a very low tolerance for the other neckbeards in the area. He himself was a bit of a neckbeard, obviously because he runs a freaking game shop, but he was a neckbeard at least in an endearing way, in the way that only a game shop owner could be. Yeah, usually shop owners are pretty cool, as long as he's not trying to like out-alpha the other beards, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like laid back and chill. I guess he's tolerable. So GuitarBeard actually was the one that got me into Magic the Gathering. In my younger days, I enjoyed a healthy dose of card games, specifically Yu-Gi-Oh, but I was always down for other games. In all honesty, GuitarBeard had good taste in games, and introduced me to a lot of good ones. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is definitely one of the best trading card games out there. Don't dispute me on this, it's just a fact, totally science, you can look that up too. Magic, though, was my new obsession. I loved the art on the cards, I loved the universe that it tried to build, I bought the novels. I did not, however, love the people of what was called Friday Night Magic. Oh. For those of you who don't know, Friday Night Magic is basically when the tournaments run. I liked being competitive, so I decided I would start going to tournaments with GuitarBeard. Uh-oh. The shop was close enough that we could walk, and it was always a welcome distraction. Also a great place to people watch if you liked watching people who were basically walking garbage fires. And I do. Yeah, I can get into Magic, but mostly playing among friends. You know what I mean? People try way too hard at tournaments, and I ain't into that vibe. Like, for reals, it's just a game. Fucking chill it out, bro. Now, I never really cared about placing in tournaments. I was happy if I could win one game with my cobbled together net decks. GuitarBeard, though, wanted to win, and looked up to his friend CardBeard, both as a musician and a Magic player. Many eons in that dingy card shop were spent listening to CardBeard talking ad nauseum about his next level decks. I grew tired of this, and soon found the only way to escape was to go somewhere that costs money in between games. Yeah, pay to escape. I guess I could get behind that too. Now, for some reason, GuitarBeard would basically follow me wherever I went. At the time, it didn't bother me too much, as long as he wasn't talking about his choice milady, which was like a 50-50 chance at best. Now, GuitarBeard didn't drink too heavily at Magic tournaments. It was one of those rare times that he was borderline sober. But after a particularly hard day of crying about his chosen milady, we decided we should go to the nearby bar before the tournament and between every round. I agreed because any reprieve from CardBeard was just a welcome distraction. See, a lot of the beards at the card shop liked to try and hit on me, even some of the ones who already knew that I was biologically male. Were they gay? Well, some of them were. Some of them just seemed very desperate for any sort of human companionship. I personally had no desire to be their femboy fetish awakening, and tried to be as prickly as possible whenever this happened. That being said, I have my limits. Also, the smell in there was sometimes just so strong that I absolutely had to get out. What better place than a bar? I think getting drunk also kind of numbs your sense of smell, doesn't it? If it doesn't, then you're not drinking enough. GuitarBeard staying sober is actually pretty surprising too. That's how bad he wanted to win. He drives his car drunk, but he goes to Magic tournaments sober. What a weirdo. So we registered for the tournament early and then headed over to the bar. I wasn't a huge drinking fan, but I was just avoiding a particular beard that we will call Gaslight, which is a story for another time. I nursed a small rum and coke, while GuitarBeard ran through whiskey sours like a man possessed. Oh, that sour mix is so good with everything. I'm partial to amaretto sours myself lately. I used to be all gin and tonic, and now I'm like, yeah, I want a little sweet treat, you know? I might be a grown man, but I can still enjoy a sweet treat. OP. Man, can you believe how much Gaslight is breathing down my neck these days? It's really uncomfortable. The man has no sense of personal space. GuitarBeard.
Why doesn't she like me, OP? I don't get it. Why is she with a man who doesn't treat her right?
Like talking to a wall. This is pretty much how conversations went when he was drunk and pining. He didn't care about my discomfort. We had to focus on his. I took a deep breath and thought, I might as well distract myself by playing armchair therapist. Well, that's nice, yeah. I would have called him out on it, be like, that's bullshit. Listen to what I'm saying, and then we could talk about you, okay? Dude truly isn't listening, just sitting there waiting for his turn to talk. God, I hate that. OP, are you still talking about chastity? Dude, when are you gonna take a hint? She likes your friend, and honestly, that's her choice, and you should respect it. If you want someone to like you, start by being a good friend. GuitarBeard.
Yeah. I just know he doesn't treat her right. Otherwise, why would they always be breaking up? She told me things, OP, and it sounds like he's treating her terribly, and I believe it. He could be an unfeeling douche.
OP, why are you even friends with an unfeeling douche? GuitarBeard.
Because it gets me closer to chastity. One of these days, he's gonna fuck up, and I'll be there to get that post-breakup pussy.
Like a true knight in shining armor. Oh, what a duplicitous and horrible person. Who is really the unfeeling douche in this situation? I think anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together can figure that mystery out. This was literally his plan in its entirety. Wait for her to be heartbroken and then take advantage of her when she was in an emotionally vulnerable state. I wish I was lying. I wish this was just a bad joke. But yeah, that was his actual plan. Wow, a neckbeard acting like a piece of shit and manipulating others. I'm shocked. He was pretending to be a friend to both of them just to stay in their orbit. That's why they're called beta orbiters. Now, you might be saying, OP, that would never work, right? Well, that is a story for another time, my little clementines. A horrible story, but for another time. Oh, you building up all these extra stories and stuff. You get me all hot and bothered, OP. You gotta give it to me. The GuitarBeard universe is gonna go on forever. OP, wow, that's kind of a dick move. Don't you think that's kind of fucked up? GuitarBeard,
don't you think it's more fucked up that she stays with him? I would be doing her a favor by showing her a good time and taking her away from that man-child.
Again, very ironic statement. The self-awareness level is just 0. We returned to the shop and ended up playing against each other for the first round. I won, which really pissed off GuitarBeard, as GuitarBeard was the one who had shown me how to play the game. The student has surpassed the master. I played actual deck lists, and he liked to try weird combos that basically never went off. After the game, he decided to start doing some card trades. I mean, deck lists are there for a reason. If you can build your own cool deck and stuff with a combo that works that isn't in a deck list, then you get that nice surprise factor. But if you're just like endlessly hoping for a certain draw to pop up, then yeah, your deck is not going to be consistent. What I would usually do is like go off of a deck list and then tweak it slightly for that bit of wow factor, you know? Take it to the tournament that I never go to and razzle dazzle. Really, it's just Ramtide saying that he didn't expect whatever came out. The one and only person I could really and truly nerd out about Magic with. Now, this is where I have to admit some of my naivete. I had agreed to pool all of my trade cards with his trade cards in one binder, under the idea that we could trade each other's cards that weren't being used in a deck. At the time, I had no concept of card value, and this fucked me. This man was always trading away my cards when he could instead of his. Ugh. Again, nothing but what I'd expect. In the end, this wasn't too bad, though, as I often had more money and didn't really care about my trade cards. If it wasn't in my deck, I didn't really care. Looking back, though, I lost a lot of money. The infuriating part was that he would never admit any card he traded was mine, and for some stupid reason, probably all the dope I was smoking, I always just let it continue. Yeah, it's almost like you believe this guy was a friend of yours. That he could have possibly had your best interests at heart. Little did you know, he pulled the mask off, you saw the beard, and it was over from then on out. Thank God. But at least we got some stories. Anyways, OP says, hey, did you trade my holographic lands? GuitarBeard.
No, those were my cards, OP. Remember, I opened them last week.
OP. Yeah, you opened them, helping me unpack the box or booster packs, but they were still mine. GuitarBeard.
Yeah, but I opened them, so it was my luck that gave you those cards. So really, they're mine.
What? Where's the logic there? Bro, what is in those packs are determined when the pack is created. Doesn't matter who buys it and who opens it and like, what? That is not just mental gymnastics, mental Olympics, as one of the recent comments said. I know, GuitarBeard's logic is just flawless. But that is exactly how card packs work. It's all the luck of the person opening the pack that dictates the cards inside. In my hands, that pack would have been utter trash. But under his greasy grasp, only the best cards fell out of that pack. I'm being sarcastic, of course, if you couldn't tell, but this is what GuitarBeard actually thought, and no amount of logic could convince him otherwise. What is that called? It's like confirmation bias or something like that. He forgets about all the crappy packs and shitty cards he opened, and he remembers those holographic lands. Which really, holographic lands, what's the point? Unless you're trying to style on somebody, but I'll take my basic crappy beat up cards any day of the week. After his trades, we went back to the bar with our remaining time before the next round. I actually stood outside the bar smoking a joint, and he went into the bar for like 15 minutes and somehow got unbelievably drunk. Just a quick 6-shooter. It's not gonna fuck me up that bad. Are you sure? I actually had to lend him a shoulder to walk back into the card shop. All the while he was ranting and raving about his Machiavellian scheme. GuitarBeard.
You watch, OP. One of these days I'm gonna get her. He's gonna slip up and I'm gonna slide in. Then I'll finally have lost my virginity. Then I will be the alpha.
Bro, I don't think some dude's sloppy seconds is gonna elevate you to alpha status. Oh God, this story's killing me, man. I love GuitarBeard. And by that, I mean, I love to hate him. Let's not get it twisted. OP says, yeah, you sure will, buddy. Keep living that dream. Don't encourage him, please. After another round, we again went back to the bar. This time, GuitarBeard had invited CardBeard, and I got to listen to what I can only describe as the incel's native tongue. GuitarBeard.
He treats her like shit. He doesn't care about her as much as I do. I deserve her, CardBeard.
CardBeard.
Yeah, he sounds like a total tool. He's clearly just breaking up with her to emotionally control her, to get her so addicted to him that she can't see straight. It's what all the Chads do.
GuitarBeard.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's just stringing her along like a dog.
CardBeard.
Women are dogs. You have to train them. Otherwise, they just end up wasting their lives and they regret everything when their eggs dry up.
God. Maybe we should visit an incel subreddit. This conversation is just pure gold. Her eggs dry up. Was that really her only purpose in life? She could have lived a long and fulfilling life without worrying about her eggs drying up. God damn it.
Women are nothing without a man. You need to set that bitch straight.
Yeah, keep your pimp hands strong, Cardbeard.
God, I'm dying.
GuitarBeard.
Yeah, I should call her later and explain that he's manipulating her and let her know that I am who she should really be with.
And I'm sure she'll listen to that. I just sat there, drinking some weird cocktail, entranced by these two girlfriendless weirdos talking about how to get a woman. Can anyone explain this phenomenon to me? Why is it that people without girlfriends always fancy themselves as the pussy whisperers? It's just the weirdest fucking thing. It's like taking cooking lessons from a person who only eats cup of noodles. It's like asking the devil how to get into heaven. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity. This is how they cope, OP. This is the only way that they can continue on with their lives, is believing that they know all the secrets, the truest truth, but it's just something about their looks or some such, people being shallow, that's holding them back. Ugh. And then they all get together and create a little echo chamber where they just, encourage these toxic mindsets and tell each other that, yeah, you're totally right on that. Oh, what has society done? Oh, well, we went back to the card shop again, and I, unfortunately, got paired up with Gaslight. I don't want to talk about it. Jesus, it must be bad. GuitarBeard got paired up against Magic Pro. About halfway through my match, I start hearing GuitarBeard drunkenly screaming. GuitarBeard,
You fucking cheat, Magic Pro! How else can you beat me every time?
Magic Pro, maybe because you play shit decks. Oh my god. GuitarBeard,
No! You have to be cheating. You're a cheating little bitch, and that's why you always win.
Magic Pro, at least I'm not a virgin. Whoa. Got him. Now, GuitarBeard had a hair fucking trigger when it came to the word virgin. It was like his trigger word. It was like the fucking button that turned him into a scrawny, greasy little Hulk. GuitarBeard,
I am not a virgin!
He screamed this as he stood up and dove over the table, damaging cards, knocking over drinks, and slamming into Magic Pro. This pushed Magic Pro onto the floor where some combination of nerd rage and alcoholism had allowed GuitarBeard to actually mount a prone Magic Beard and just start beating on him. Yeah, he's only meant for fighting on the battlefield. I guess Magic Pro just didn't have the heart of the cards. Oh wait, that's the wrong game. Grifter, get the fuck off of him, you drunk idiot! This did not deter GuitarBeard though. Then, in an amazing feat of neckbeard on neckbeard violence, Grifter walked over to GuitarBeard, lifted all 110 pounds of him off of Magic Pro, and took him outside and tossed him in the road. It was marvelous. I did not know that Grifter used to be a power lifter, so somewhere under all that bulk was actually some muscle, I guess. Grifter banned him from the store. It's like something you'd see on a cartoon or something like that, getting thrown out into the street out the door. But yeah, a lot of those power lifters, big boys, if you don't maintain it, then you build a layer of fat on top. So people are like, oh, it must be fat all the way through, right? Nah, bro. There's secrets hidden underneath. And that's how I feel. I go to the gym every day. I still don't have the definition I want. Someday it'll change. Or maybe I'll just keep my secrets hidden. That's okay too, as long as I feel good. I stuck around as I had nothing to do with GuitarBeard. Oh boy, did I sure get a lot of questions about him though, as everyone knew that we were roommates. This actually resulted in me making friends with a couple of cool guys there that I still talk to. So overall, the experience was kind of a net positive, at least for me. That was until later that night when I got back. See, it turns out, in a fit of rage, GuitarBeard had decided to sell his deck and the card binder since
I won't be needing these anymore.
The problem, he sold cards that belonged to me as well. I was absolutely livid and honestly didn't speak to him for a couple of weeks after this. On the bright side, he at least had some money and wouldn't be borrowing any from me anytime soon. Oh god, dude, don't let yourself get taken advantage of anymore, OP. That's probably the hardest parts about these stories, is just watching the OPs roll over and let these fucking neckbeards take a big greasy dump on them. You sell my magic cards, you're either gonna pay me back or we fighting. That's it. I don't care if they're pieces of paper. They meant something to me. And yeah, I paid good money for them. So hell no. Hell no, this would not fly. Now, you might be asking, why didn't anyone press charges on GuitarBeard? Well, that's simple. Everyone kind of felt bad for GuitarBeard in some way. He was, in many ways, just absolutely pathetic. The man, to this day, gets by in life by some miracle combination of pity and the luck of the fucking devil. Also, I'm pretty sure Magic Pro thought that pressing charges would make him look bitch-made. To his credit, he laughed off the incident, and to his discredit, he would tell that story to anyone with a spare minute. And that, readers, is how GuitarBeard got banned from competitive Magic. Is this the worst of GuitarBeard? Absolutely not. Was it painful to watch? You better fucking believe it. Did it bring the laughs? Also, you better believe it. Still so many questions, though. Does GuitarBeard ever get the girl? Does his friend ever realize that he's just a manipulative little shit? Does GuitarBeard ever lose his virginity? Will sobriety ever touch this man's pickled brain? Well, you'll just have to wait around and see on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z! Thanks for reading. God, I really do hate those, like, feel sorry for me type of dudes. They just thrive on pity. They hope that everything will be handed to them because somebody feels bad for them. Like, be a man. Stand up, grab your balls, and say, this is who I am. This is what I can do. But GuitarBeard doesn't have that confidence right now because he has never done nothing. He's never allowed himself to do anything because he's scared to put himself out there. It's a whole lot easier to just collapse in on yourself, stay drunk, not worry about what's going on in the world. And part of me gets that, you know, I like staying comfy too, but the truth is, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You don't have to be a snaky asshole trying to swoop your best friend's girl. Find a woman who is actually interested in you. I'm sure that they are out there somewhere. They might not be up to your incel standards. But, you know, you got to start where you could start. You can even take a lesson away from something as small as his response to losing in a Magic tournament. Like, the other player is not cheating. They've built a better deck than you. Can you not look inwardly enough to be like, yeah, you got the better of me that time. I'll work on it and try and do better for myself next time. He is a frustrating creature. And again, I'm probably talking to a wall. I'll go ahead and put this advice out there. And if by some chance he hears it, he's just going to be like, you don't understand. It's like, okay, yeah, the world's just shitting specifically on you, bro. Nobody else has had to struggle except for you. Here's your reward for being the biggest whiny bitch. But goddamn, do I love OP's writing style. Super good stuff. It seems like there are a lot of branches in the GuitarBeard verse, and I hope that once we wrap this saga, we might explore some other ones, because I really do like the writing style. It had me cracking up like the entire way. And I think that is the main goal of these stories. There's also some life lessons, you know, a little drizzle of impotent rage, but overall, yeah, I'm just here to have a laugh and help you guys have a good time. So I hope that I did exactly that today. If I did, then I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Maybe share the video around. That is super important in spreading the word. This channel, 12K subs, getting about 50 to 100 subscribers per day, which is freaking mind-blowing. So many people are coming to this channel. So if you have shared in the past, I thank you very much for that. I hope you'll also check out them links in the descriptions, all kinds of plugs and playlists and social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come on through, say hey. We've also got my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous Patreon patrons. Yes, I would like to thank them all as I do every video. So thank you very much. Robert Waits, Baron Von Waggy Pants, TSM Kirby, Twisted Child, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Sora, Cinnamon Susie, Fat Boy Shrimp, Fire Drake, Livison, Mr. Anime Manga Fan, Silent Revolver, Zero MMX, Aaron W, Anaki, Babsy Goon, Caustic Fox, Cherish Kitsune, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, A Pimp Named J. Crisp, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, Kira M, Miss Monday, Lexi Loves Jojo, Little Lone Wolf, Lord Lionel, Lori Ellis, stepping up that pledge. I see you, girl. Thank you so much. Jackets Rule, Vanilla Mel, Melgar the Destroyer, Mirthful Baker, Mr. J, my boy Nat1 Nick, Lady Nix, Orgami Steve, Katykins Elizabeth, Sidestep, Redwin, Roustower, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Siegfried, Satori, Staples, Yeet, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tobago, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, That Duck and Bug, The One True Fusky, Treeberg, Wilmax, Zero Blacktail, and Normal Joe, Amara, A-Roxers, Cake Jerry! That's a different Jerry. California Keto Girl, Chris Meska, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Goose Says Honk, John Indoors, KJW, Kajow, Crafty Kitty Cat, Leon Embers, Life of a Guardian, Little Ann Woods, Mark 211, maybe next time, Milk Fed, Gimp, Miss Duchess, Naga Viper, Orgami Cam, Princess Rosalie, Raptor Art, Saints Blessing, Spoonie the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, The Last Shinobi, and the Necrobomicon. Thank you guys so much for doing all that you do for the channel. I appreciate it more than words can say, honestly. It is super important to have this Patreon money coming in every month, especially now that I got an editor and some other people that I need to pay, my artists and whatnot. We're creating jobs over here at ReddX, and that's a really good feeling, even if I'm probably a terrible boss. But I do my best. It's a learning experience for all of us. So thank you guys once again. I do hope some other people will consider signing up on the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, then don't sweat it too hard, guys. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Oh, God. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely, definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.